Exercising greater faith. I need everybody to stand on your feet for a minute. If you don't mind. Illinois. Could y'all just give me just a moment at my altar call if you don't mind? Just a moment. For those that can and will, would you come to the altar? For those that can and will. Those that can and will. Amen. Come on to the altar. Walk to the altar. If you can. What is this for? What's this for? Good morning, everybody. That's about 5 of y'all. How y'all doing this morning? Amen. I want to read something before we pray this morning. Y'all ready? Be coming from Luke the 5th chapter, verse 16. It says, and he withdraw himself into the wilderness and prayed. He withdraw himself in the wilderness and prayed. I want to let y'all know something this morning that you probably already know, but we don't take it in consideration. There has to be balance in our life. There has to be balance. If you're always at the grind, trying to get stuff, trying to make stuff happen, trying to make sure everything is rolling, that's good. But you got to have balance. You got to have some family time. You got to have some friendship time. But most of all, you got to have some me time. I read you that scripture because even Jesus, he was the most anointed man in this book. But there were times that he stole away. He shut down Facebook. He shut down all of those social medias. He shut it down. And he got to himself. Because we have what we call a brain. And you can put so much doubt in that brain. And if you never delete some stuff, if you never refresh it or reboot it, it can have an overload. For those that know about computers, sometimes your computer will shut down, not really because there's something wrong with it, but sometimes it needs to be rebooted. And so it is with church folks. Sometimes we get so aggravated with one another, and it really has nothing to do with one another. Sometimes we say stuff about one another, and it really has nothing to do with that person. Sometimes we come into church and won't even speak to one another. We begin to wonder, what have I done wrong? You really ain't did nothing wrong. Because most of the time what they're going through have nothing to do with you. You just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And a lot of times frustration is an indicator that something is wrong. If you're so easily to be frustrated about what somebody wears, how somebody looks, what somebody says, and somebody's talking about me, and they thinking this and they thinking that, and you're so easy to be frustrated, you might need to steal away. You might need a refreshing. Because you cannot and will not be an effective mother, father, brother, sister, uncle, auntie if you're overloaded. You can't even get in church and give God praise if you're overloaded. You can't even shout and say, Lord, you are my Savior if you're overloaded. Sometimes we get in church and we look around, we think everybody else is like us, but some of us got enough sense how to get away. Some of us got enough sense to get some refreshing in our life. But for those of you that haven't got a refreshing, this is what this altar call is about. It's for you to come up here and shake some stuff off and to be refreshed. God want to refresh some people in this altar this morning. I need everybody to come closer together. Am I the only one hot up in here? My wife called me a hot boy. I stay hot. But look at here, I need y'all to come close, come close, come close. And the reason why I'm doing this is because there's no way in the world we can say we serve a God that is able. And we're always walking around with our head down. We serve a God that can turn some stuff around, but we always frustrated and we always irritated. We serve a God that is able to bring ends together, to make ends meet. Amen. But we always sad. I was telling the deacons in the back there, when I deliver groceries, when I go into certain places, and the women would say, well, how you doing? I say, everything is lovely. And they said, well, how is it that everything is always lovely with you? Every time you come in the restaurant delivering the groceries, you always say everything is lovely. Because I'm learning, I-N-G, that in spite of what I go through, I would not allow Negroes, nothing, or nobody to steal my joy. But my joy is not based upon stuff. My joy is not based upon Negroes, but my joy is based upon the Lord. You see, you can lose some stuff. You can lose some Negroes. But as long as you got King Jesus, that's enough for me. Because God can give you some more stuff. He can give you some more folks in your life. You got to understand, if I got King Jesus, that's more than enough. And so everything is always lovely. No matter what you're going through, you got to keep saying it's lovely. No matter who walks out of your life, you got to keep saying it's lovely. No matter how much stuff you lose, you got to keep saying that it's lovely. You got to put a smile on your face. It doesn't matter what they're saying about you, as long as you know that you got the Lord on your side. Can I get a woo-woo up in this house? Can I get a loud woo-woo up in here? I need everybody to hold your hands right there. Right there where you're at. Hold your hands, hold your hands. I want y'all to look up here at me just for one more minute before we pray. Hold hands real tight. And I want you to know that that person's hands that you're holding, they got issues. They go through stuff just like you go through stuff. They have problems just like you have problems. Some of us are better of hiding stuff than others. But there's nobody exempt from challenges. But I'm going to put something on, I'm going to pin this, and then you're going to shout on your way to your seat. If you did not have challenges, you will not grow. Amen. And when a challenge comes, instead of you getting sad about the challenge, I've learned that when a challenge comes, that means one thing and one thing only. That means promotion. Amen. Oh my God. That means God is saying, you done been in that place for long enough. I'm getting ready to promote you to another level. And when challenges come, what God is really saying is, if you've been faithful right here, I'm going to give you a challenge to see, are you ready to go to the next level? So is there anybody in this house this morning been having some challenges? You've been having some stuff that come on you didn't know where it come from. You've been having folks coming at you for no reason at all. You've been having stuff coming at you, you don't even know why. God told me to tell somebody, it's promotion time. And the only way you're stepping into promotion is, you got to step in there with the joy of the Lord this morning. The only way you're stepping into promotion, you can't step into promotion complaining, but you got to step into promotion being excited. And I need everybody under the sound of my voice, I need you to shout, I'm ready for my promotion. That was about 5 of y'all, but I need everybody in this house, because I know I ain't the only one been going through hell. If you've been going through some hell this morning, I need you to shout, I'm ready for my promotion. I need you to shout real loud, so I'm ready for my promotion. So what you got to do is instead of complaining about the challenges, you get excited about where God is going to take you to. And you tell the enemy, bring it on, I'm ready for whatever you got. Because I'm well able to stand. Because I got God with me. And he's more than the world against me. If there's anybody in the house ready for your next promotion, I need you to squeeze that hand a little bit tighter. Squeeze that hand a little bit tighter. I need you you to declare some stuff in the atmosphere. I need you to open your mouth and declare, I'm ready for my next promotion. I need you to shout and realize that I'm ready for my next promotion. It doesn't matter what I'm going through. It doesn't matter what I've lost. It doesn't matter who walked away from me. It doesn't matter what I'm going through. I need you to open your mouth and say, I'm ready. Oh, that's about 10 folks. I need you to shout that I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I need you to shout amen up in this house. Because God is about to bless somebody. He's about to bless you because you declared that I'm ready. And so when the enemy comes, you got to shake it off. When they're talking about you, just shake it off. When they're lying on you, just shake it off. When trouble comes your way, just shake it off. Hold your hands a little bit tighter before we pray. Hold it a little bit tighter. I need you to look at me for one more minute. And I can let you get off those stilettos. If we gonna meet at this church every Sunday, if we gonna say we worship Jehovah Jireh, and then when trouble comes, we get to panicking. Do we really believe God like we said we believe Him?
All right.
Let me go this route with you. If God were to come and pull your car, come evict you from your home, take all your little money out of the bank,
praise Him on,
and all your loved ones walk away from you, can you still have joy?
Amen. Come on now.
That's $1 million question.
Amen. Yes, it is.
Because most folks base their joy upon things that is around them.
Amen.
The things that own them.
Amen.
I used to be like that till I got some sense.
Yes.
Because I understand one thing, this is a principle you'll never lose. If you don't serve God like you're supposed to, either He's going to take the stuff from you, or He's going to take you from the stuff.
Amen. Amen.
Because your joy should never be locked up in stuff. Your joy should be in the Lord. Because it's the Lord that gives you the joy that you have.
Amen.
It's the Lord that gives you the strength to go to your job.
Amen.
It's the Lord that wakes you up in the morning. It's the Lord that gives you the little kids that you have. It's the Lord that gives you the little car that you drive. It's the Lord that gives you the home that you have. It wasn't nothing that you did that was so good. It was because the Lord loves you. And that's why it's made up in my mind. My joy is not going to be stuff that's around me. My joy is in the Lord. And if I lose everything around, I still going to have joy. Can I get anybody to shout, my joy is in the Lord? I need about you to shout it one more time, so my joy is in the Lord. Amen, amen. Hold your hands, this is great. All of y'all that's having challenges, I want y'all to really listen to this prayer.
Thank you, Jesus.
Everybody that's getting ready to go to your next promotion.
Oh, yes.
God is moving in this season.
Yes, He is.
Stop blaming the devil for everything.
All right.
We always say the devil is busy.
Yes.
God is busy too.
Yes, He is.
Sometimes God allows stuff to happen to get you to where you need to be.
Amen.
Because we become complacent.
Oh, yes.
We become settled. We become comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
And when God gets tired of you being in a certain place, it makes it uncomfortable for you to stay there.
Amen.
Because He wants better for you.
Yes, He does.
So if you're that person and you have some challenges, it means one thing and one thing only. God is about to promote you.
Yes, He is.
Father, under the sound of my voice,
Yes, Lord.
everybody that's standing in the stead of being promoted, I ask God that you strengthen their hearts, their souls, and their mind. Open their intellect, their insight, their foresight. Then not only will they be able to see the blessings of God, they'll be able to see the enemies of the devil. And not only will they see the enemies, they'll learn how to walk with them and learn how to deal with them. Father, Lord, not only that, you said in your word to be still and you make your enemies the footstool. And so by you saying that, Father, Lord, I know that I can't pray that you move my enemies, but teach me how to walk with my enemies. Teach me how to love my enemies. Teach me how to bless my enemies. Teach me how to go higher in the Lord. But most of all, Father, give us the strength and the endurance to go forward in this day. And Lord, we're expecting an anticipation of a promotion. Promote your people on their jobs. Promote them in their homes. Make them better mothers. Make them better fathers. Make them better leaders. Make them a better icon in their community. Make them a better sight that people will look at them and say, I want to be just like you. Lord, give them a fresh anointing that when they walk in a room, they'll change the atmosphere in the room. That when they touch somebody, they begin to change their mind. Lord, give them a fresh anointing, Father, Lord, that whatsoever they speak, it shall come to pass. Whatsoever they touch, it shall prosper. In the church, say amen. Amen. Say hallelujah. Hallelujah. Amen. On your way to your seat, tell your neighbor it's going to be all right. Glory to God. Thank you, Jesus. Isn't the Lord all right this morning? Glory to his name. Amen, amen. Glory. Do we have praise dancer today? She's not going to be able to do it. Amen. How many know we're in the season of giving Thanksgiving and Christmas? How many know we're in that season? Amen. I want to do something a little different this morning. I already know that we're a church that believes in giving, but we want to exercise it a little bit if you don't mind. Amen. I'm asking everybody on the sound of my voice to take out $1. Just $1. Just $1, all I'm asking you to do. Everybody take out $1. $1. If you don't mind, just follow the lead of your pastor if you don't mind. Because there is a principle in the Bible that says, whatsoever you sow, you should reap. And I believe just what the word says. You know, we don't want to be a generation that we always looking for something. But I want to be a man and we want to be the people of God that we always giving something. Because the principle will stand firm. If you sow out, it will always come back in. And on that same note, I'm going to ask greater faith if y'all would do something. I did it, me and my wife did it. Through the course of this holiday season, could y'all take out time and clean out your closet? Come on. And I ain't talking about your spiritual closet this time. I'm talking about your physical closet. Me and my wife was in our closet one day. We was trying to. That woman got so many clothes. I had to go down to the room down the hall to put my clothes in that closet. Now that closet done got too full. So what I'm trying to say is we keep stuff that we know we're not even going to ever wear anymore. And we got people that in the need of what we have that we're not going to wear. So in this season, if you would, I'm asking you all, the principle of sowing and reaping does work. There's no doubt about it. But why should we keep stuff that we know that we are not grown? And I'm not talking about grown physical, but when you make up in your mind that you're through with something, you're pretty much through with it. And we go through the closet, we look at it every day, knowing we're never going to wear it again. And there are people that are in the need for it. They would appreciate it just like it was a brand new outfit. So if you don't mind this season, could we go through our closet? Don't give stuff away that you know that you ain't going to never wear. You throw that to the garbage. But give, I want you to bring it to the church. And bring it in the back. For temporarily these next 2 months, the rest of this month and December, we're going to bless some people. Do you not know people will be happy to get? It's good what you got, but it'll be a treasure to them. Because the principle of sowing and reaping does work. So how many of you are going to do that if you don't mind? How many are going to clean out your closet? I need you to bring it to the church. Bring it in the back. And we're going to set up some type of program that we're going to begin to bless the people. Ministry goes beyond preaching in this pulpit and singing in the choir. Ministry goes beyond these walls. You want to reach out and help somebody. You come into church to get ministered to. And you take the ammunition that you have learned and you go out. So I seen about 4 hands. Can I do it one more time? How many people gonna go in that closet? I know Sister Barbara got all those little shoes. She ain't gonna wear them all. Baby, you gotta give at least one pair of shoes away. One pair. How many of us gonna donate one pair of shoes? Come on, let's bless somebody, y'all. Let's bless somebody. Somebody is standing in need for that blessing this season. Amen. And when you get it, just bring it to the back. And we're going to go from there. Amen. Amen. Now what I want us to do, everybody that's got the dollar, can I get Deacon Rucker to come up front with a basket? Everybody got your dollar ready? Now, how we going to do this now? Somebody said, well, how we going to know who's going to get it? Because we're going to do it briefly. We're going to get back into the service. We're going to do a word quiz. I believe in the book of Genesis, the 22nd chapter. I want you to name the son of Abraham that he took to Mount Moriah for the sacrifice. I gave y'all some tips. I said in Genesis, the 22nd chapter. That's who's going to get the blessing. But we need the money first.
I said.
I try to help him out, man. You're right, bro. I shouldn't have given them help too much. Y'all, come on. Bring the money. Bring the money. I don't need y'all looking at that Bible. Bring the money.
I just said no.
Amen. Brother Rucker made a good point. He said, I gave the answer with it. So let's go with that. There were 12 tribes of Israel. What was the first tribe? There were 12 tribes of... You're pretty close. What was the first tribe? What was the first son?
Reuben.
Who said that?
Me.
That was him. That was him.
Yeah.
She gonna
Amen.
Amen.
That was him.
she gonna donate it.
Reuben, Levi, then
Reuben, Levi,
Judah.
Judah.
It goes on down. His first son was
Eli.
Reuben.
Oh, yeah.
Amen. Come on, y'all. Let's give her a hand.
Glory!
We'll put it on.
Okay.
Amen, amen, amen. Just wanted to do something to show that we are givers. The spirit is a giver, and the flesh is always a taker. The flesh always wants. But the spirit always gives. Amen. Before we get into the word this morning, I want everybody to do one more thing. What is it, Brother Ramirez? Oh, you just waiting on me? I want us to do one more thing, because this is the season of Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. I want everybody to get up and show love before we get in the Word of God.
Amen.
Just show a little love to your neighbor. Those that you haven't saw in a while. Come on, Sister Mary. Illinois in the house. Ephesians, the second chapter. When you get it, say amen.
Amen.
If you don't mind, I need you to stand if you don't mind for the reading of God's word. Ephesians, the second chapter, verses 1 through 7.
Y'all got it.
It should be on the screen if you missed it.
There you go.
Okay.
Everybody have it?
Amen.
So I got it.
I got it.
Go let boss lady work with her a little bit before we start. Amen, amen. How many know it's good to be living? It's good to be living, man. There are many people that are not here today. We complain about little bitty stuff. And some people they just want to live. Amen?
Amen.
Everybody got it? What you say about the boss lady? You got it? She got it. Ephesians, the second chapter, verses 1 through 7. And this is what it reads. And ye have he quickened, who were dead in trespasses and sins, where in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, among whom also we all had our conversations in time past, and the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. Verse 4. But God, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sin, hath quickened us together with Christ. By grace are you saved, and hath raised us up together, and made us sit together in heavenly places in Christ Jesus, that in the ages to come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness towards us through Christ Jesus. I need you to look at verse 6 before you sit down. He had raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places in Christ Jesus. I want you to look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, please be seated. I feel all right up in the end of the day. Look at another neighbor and tell your other neighbor, say, neighbor, please be seated. Glory to his name. Father Lord, we just want to shabak you up in this house because we know that there's no other God like you. You are a preeminent God. When you stop being God, there will never be another God. And for that, Lord, we give you all the glory and the praise. asking God that you show up in this house, and not only this house, but every house that is called in your name. We ask God to heal, save, set free, and deliver, Lord. Let the blessings of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob run down over our life like never before. And Lord, as this word go forward today, let it change minds, hearts, souls, and lives. In Jesus' name, we do pray. Amen and amen. I was seeking God for a word for today. I was thus reminded that this is the season of Thanksgiving. This is the season where every day should be a season of Thanksgiving, really, but this is a season that is highlighted for Thanksgiving. This is a season where we mostly always get in the move of giving, in the move of being generous, in the move of all just being just this giving person. But we should always be in that move. But to the note, I was asking God, and God said sometimes we forget the grace of God. We forget how it is that we got to where we are. We forget how it is that we are where we are, not because we've been so good, not because we came from the right family, not because we didn't come from that side of the tracks. We are where we are simply because of the grace of God. God made us a promise, you all, in the book of Isaiah. Let me read it to you right quick. In the book of Isaiah, the 54th chapter, he made us a promise. We always quote verse 17, but I want to bring out something this morning in verse 16. He said, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth the instruments for his work. I have created the waster to destroy. Then he goes to verse 17 and he says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thou shalt condemn. And one more verse that we don't quote, and this is the last one. He said, this is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, said the Lord. And as I was looking at that, I was just reminded that sometimes we quote and we say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. But then we rarely look at verse 16. Verse 16 is the ingredients of verse 17. God began to tell us in verse 16, he said, I'm the one that created the one that makes the weapon. He said, I'm the one that will allow him to make the weapon. And he not only said, he said, I'm the one that created the man that go forth to destroy. He said, in other words, church, I have control over everything. Amen. I control the weapon. I control the one that makes the weapon. And I control the one that uses the weapon. And so he said, I can assure you, because I'm in control of all three, that no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. And that is the promise that he made to us. But how is it that God had made such an awesome promise? And then the moment that we get in a situation, we forget about the promises of God. See, the promises of God is just not like the promise that we make to folk. See, when we make promises based upon how I feel. I promise you I'll do this if I feel like it. I promise you I'll bless you if you catch me in the blessed mood. But God makes a promise not based upon what he feels. He makes a promise based upon his word. And when he gives you his word, he will not go back on his word. See, we'll go back on our word because you might have hurt my feelings, or you might have said something that I didn't like. And I said, I promise you that, but because I don't feel like it no more, I'll take my word back. But how many know we serve a God that will not lie, cannot lie, shall not lie, don't know how to lie? And when he tells you something, that you can put your faith on it, that it won't come to pass. God might as well come and go have church with me. How many know we serve a God that when he tells you, I'm going to bless you, we might as well look to get blessed. Come on and give me a head clap right up in there right there. Most of the people here know that I've been driving 18-wheelers for 21 years. And I remember when I was an hour, about 2.5 days away from here, I got sick. Y'all know the story. Most of y'all know it. I'm trying to get my introduction to give me time. And when I was up there, I got sick, and the doctor called my wife, and I was laying on the table like I was about 6 months pregnant because my digestive system had shut down. And he got my phone out, and he told me to dial my wife's number, and I gave him the phone. He said, you got two choices. You can say no, he's going to die. Or you can say yes, and he might live. And I'm looking at this man like, she better say yes. She better say yes. That's not the moral of the story that I'm bringing up. And we went through the operation, and everything was fine, and everything worked out. Stayed up there about a week or so. And my wife said, we're going to have to fly back. I'd never been on a plane before. But me being the man that I am, I try to act like I wasn't afraid. Because my wife said, I am the man. So I had to act like the man. Is that right now, Brother John? And we got on the plane. They set her up front. They set me back there by myself. I said, this ain't no work. I looked up there at her, and she looked back at me and gave me like this. I did like this. And I will never forget what the stewardess said. She stood up as we was getting ready to take flight. And she said, please be seated and buckle your seat belts. And at that moment, the plane began to move. And we began to take flight. And as the plane began to rise in the air, I recall my mind went to some things. And as the plane got higher and higher and higher, Brother Rucker, I realized one thing. I wasn't scared to fly. I was afraid to fall. It wasn't the flying that got me, but it was the falling that got me. And then it came to my mind, greater faith. This right here. Once she told me to please be seated, it was out of my control. I couldn't manipulate the situation. I couldn't run up there and grab the steering wheel. I couldn't change nothing. The only thing I had to do is be seated and enjoy the ride. Are y'all up in this house this morning? What I'm trying to tell greater faith, once you have became a child of the living God, you got to learn how to stop trying to work stuff out yourself. You got to learn how to sit down somewhere and be seated and let God be God. We're so used to manipulating the situation. And well, if I can just call the principal, I can get him to work out this situation. If I can move right up in here, I can work out this situation. If I can go before them, I can make this situation a better situation. But I came by to tell somebody, once you have been born again, you stop depending on what you can do, and you start depending on what God can do through you. Because it's not about you anymore. Before you got saved, it was about you. But when you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, you didn't only acquire a Savior, but you acquired a Jehovah Jireh. Not only did you acquire Jehovah Jireh, but you acquired a man that would supply all your needs. Is there anybody in the house this morning? I'm so tired of us Christian folks. The minute something begins to fall apart, we lose our mind. We don't know which way to go. We don't know how it's going to work out. But I came to encourage somebody that we've been born again. It's not your problem how it's going to work out. You just got to be seated and watch God do His work. Can I get some witnesses up in this house? You got to learn how to stop complaining and begin to tell the devil the Lord is going to work it out. Give me about 10 more minutes. I'm going to get out of your way. As I was looking at the text, and I'm in the book of Ephesians, the 2nd chapter, verse number 1. Here's Paul talking to the church of Ephesus. He said, He hath quickened who were dead in trespasses and sin. He said, where in time past you walked according to the course of this world. In other words, he said, before you got born again, and I was telling the Wednesday night Bible class, you can't give what you don't possess. Are y'all up in the house this morning? Maybe I should do a little Wednesday night just for a brief moment. Let me get somebody. Baby, you got $1 on you? Y'all can just give me a minute. Give me a minute. I got to take y'all to Wednesday night right quickly. Then I'm going to get back into the sermon. Look at that fly girl there, y'all. Bear with me. How many know the value of this dollar? How many know the value of this dollar? If anybody here have ever worked in your life, you know what it takes to get this dollar. You have to go in. When you took that job, you agreed to 8 hours plus some. And you are required to give them 8 hours. But come Friday, when the eagle flies, you can acquire $1. And once you have acquired it, you got the right and the privilege to give it away. Come up here, preacher. Come with me. Come on up here. That's a pretty boy there. He's pretty, ain't he? Come on up here, pretty boy. I like messing with him. We just like to have fun, y'all. But look at this dollar. Y'all, don't look at him too much. Look at me. Look at this dollar. Now I'm going to give this dollar to somebody. You look, come get it. Let us call. Come get it. Ready enough, brother. Come on. Now, do you know the value of this dollar? See, she don't know, but I know. It's not important that she know, but it's important that I know. And because I know, I can give it to you. Are y'all getting this so far? Once you have acquired the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, the intellect, the insight, and the foresight of giving, I'm preaching better than y'all saying amen. You can give to somebody. We sometimes set ourselves up for disappointment because we expect something out of somebody that they don't acquire. We expect people to love us, and they don't even love themselves. We expect people to respect us, and they don't even respect themselves. We expect people to forgive you, and they don't even know how to forgive themselves. You keep setting yourself up for disappointment. Once a person show you where they are at, you accept them where they're at. If they're not loving their own family, how in the world you think they're going to love you? If they're not loving their own self, how in the world you expect them to love you? They're not treating their own children right. How in the world you expect them to treat yours right? If they're not treating their own spouse right, how in the world you expect them to treat your spouse? I'm preaching better than y'all saying amen. Y'all better be able to agree with that preach, please. And so what Paul was trying to do to the church of Ephesus, he was trying to show them what they possessed. He was trying to show them that you got something inside of you that you don't even know about. You got something when you became born again. You obtained something that you didn't work for. You didn't labor for it. You can't buy it. You can't get it at the free market. Once you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, it was a free gift. Ain't nobody take it from you. Ain't nobody rob you of it. Ain't nobody steal it. Ain't nobody snatch it out of your hands. But you can have it and you can't use it if you don't know what you have. So Paul was trying to show them what they possess. This is what he was saying. He said, when you was in the world, you did what the worldly folks done. See, when we was in the world, if you talk about me, I'm going to talk about you. If you dog me, I'm going to dog you. You cuss me, I'm going to cuss you back. Let me put a point there. See, a lot of us feel like we get saved, that don't apply to us. It ain't that you don't forgot how to cuss. We just choose not to cuss. It's still in there. You know how to cuss. You know how to cut up. You know how to talk about folks. You know how to dog them out. But we just changed our mind. And so I choose not to do it. Because I know what God has for me. I know what's on the inside of me. It's better than what I used to have. And I'm getting there. Just come go with me. Then I'm in verse 3. He said, among whom also have our conversations in time past, in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of our flesh. In other words, what he was really saying is, we were jacked up. We was on our way to hell. We were living and doing everything that we could do. And we would go home at night and we would go to sleep. We wouldn't worry about all the folks we done hurt. Let me put a pin there. Do you not know that when you put your mouth on somebody, have you ever questioned yourself, how much damage are you doing to that person? I'm going to go down your road in a minute. See, we so quick to tell folks about somebody else's problem. We so quick to dog people out there. But you might be the very one that will cause that person to commit suicide. You might be the very one that will cause that person to walk on the edge. You better learn how to watch what you say to folk and how you talk about folk. Because that stuff might boomerang and come right back on you. Because there is a principle. You reap what you sow. But in the midst of our sins, the Lord stepped in. And verse number 4. Verse number 4 said, in spite of my wrongdoings, in spite of the sins I've committed, in spite of the people that I've hurt, in spite of the people that I've done wrong, the text says, but God stepped in and saved us in spite of us. Saved us when we was in the nightclub. Saved us when we was in the motel room. Saved us when we was in the alcoholic bar. Saved us when we was lying and backbiting. Saved us when we were put down on one another. You gotta stay on your feet and say, but God this morning, He loved me in spite of me. Did I get a witness this morning? When I was on my way to hell, God stepped in. When I didn't have no direction, the Lord stepped in. When I didn't come out of this product in this house, you better open your mouth like you ain't never shouted this home. And say, but God. Why did He do it, preacher? Can I preach? Why did He do it, preacher? Why did He save me? Why did He pick me out of the barrel of the fruits? And in the book of St. John, the 15th chapter, verse 16, it said, you have not chosen me, but God hath chosen you, that you shall bear fruit, and that your fruit shall remain. In other words, can I preach now? You keep asking the question, why would God save somebody like me? Because He wants you to be a fruit bearer. He wants to take what people have considered to be nothing and change them into something. He want to take what society has thrown away. He said, I'm going to make something out of them. I'm going to teach them how to bear fruit. And somebody said, well, preacher, what type of fruit are they to bear? You got to learn how to love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Be good to them hate you. And bless them that despite them misuse you. You got to learn how to be a fruit bearer. Is there anybody burning some fruit up in here? Is there anybody walking in love up in here? You got to stand on your feet and say, I know how to bear fruit. I know how to love you in spite of you. I know how to do right when you want me to do wrong. I know how to shout when ain't nobody else shouting. Did I get the witnesses up in this house? I feel like shouting. thing, as we walk the text down, we know that we're not here because we've been so good. We know that we're not here because my mother's been in church all my life. We know that we're not here because my uncle was a deacon and my brother was a pastor and my brother's brother was a pastor. No, we understand that's not the reason why I'm here. I'm here because God just simply want to use me. Can I get some witnesses in the house? God simply want to use me. He want to use you in your capacity. He want to use you from where you came from. Somebody say, well, preacher, you don't know what I've been through. It doesn't matter what you've been through. I can hear the Lord say, I still want to use you. Can I get some witnesses in the house this morning? God told me to tell somebody that you're going to be used. He said, I need you to have a yes in your spirit. Has anybody got a yes in your spirit? Yes, I haven't been good all my life, but I still want to be used. Yes, I've mistreated some people, but I still want to be used. Yes, I've talked about some people, but I still want to be used. Yes, I've mishandled some people, but I still want to be used. Yes, I've mistreated some people, but I still want to be used. Was there anybody in here who want to be used? I need you to stand on your feet, and I need you to tell your neighbor, please see the trees. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing that you can stop. Look at your neighbor and say, oh neighbor, I'm unstoppable. I'm unmovable. My mind is made up. The Lord is going to use me. Can I get some witnesses in the house? Please speak and rock God's word. Please speak and rock God moves himself. Please speak and rock God changes himself. Please speak and rock God bless your hands. Please speak and rock God bless your finances. Please speak and rock God bless your family. Can I get all witnesses in this house? Is there anybody in this house? The Lord is already working it out. You're trying to work it out. But God is already working it out. Can I get an amen? Can I get somebody to shout? He's already working it out. It's the Lord. He's already working it out. All I got to do is do seeds and watch the Lord work. Do seeds and watch him orchestrate. Do seeds and watch him heal my family. Watch him heal the church. Watch him heal my body. Do seeds. Can I get somebody to shout? I need everybody to stand on your feet. Can I minister just for a minute? This is my hot spot right here. As I was standing at the altar call, come on just a little bit. I love music. I want y'all to really get this if you didn't get nothing else. Why are we coming to church? Why are we serving this man named Jesus? Jehovah Jireh, Elohim. Why are we serving him? Simply because we trust him. Simply because we believe. Who at any time ever saw him? Nobody. Who at any time ever touched him? Nobody. So if you never saw him, you never touched him, that means one thing, that he's supernatural. I'm going to bless somebody. If he is supernatural, and yet you believe, so why is it that you can't believe in a supernatural when it comes to your healing? Why can't you believe in a supernatural when it comes to your finances? Now, see, when you believe that there's a God,
He's not natural. You can't touch him. You can't feel him. He is a spirit. But the minute we get sick, we begin to declare, this must be something I'm going to die with. My grandmother had it. My mother had it. Maybe I'm going to die with it. The devil is a lie. If I believe in Elohim, and I've never touched him a day in my life, why can't I believe for the Savior, the blessing that he held behind him? If he said that he is my deliverer, I'm going to believe that he's going to deliver. We accept anything. But when you truly believe in who he is, you believe everything. And I need somebody to do this. What we did it before, I need you to do it again. I need everybody to take out your wallet or your billfold, because God is going to bless in this season. I need you to take it out. This is supernatural. This is not natural. It looks stupid, but you got to believe for the supernatural. And a lot of time, a lot of people can't give God worship. It's because they're spiritually broke. A lot of people can't give God the praise because you're worrying about how your bill's going to get paid, how end's going to meet, how you going to take care of your kids, how you going to do the mortgage. But we need a spiritual breakthrough. I need you to hold your wallet up for the supernatural.
Oh, your wallet.
I need everybody. I don't care if you do got 10 in the bank. You want 30 in the bank. And I ain't talking about $10. I'm talking about $30. Hold your wallets up. And I need you to declare some stuff. If we just crazy enough to meet here every Sunday, I'm crazy enough to believe that God will do just what I ask. When you speak something, words have power. And I need you to declare something. I declare. Not another day. Will I be in lack. I declare. That the God I serve. Should give me an overflow. I declare. That this wallet that I hold. Should never be empty. Another day in my life. And I receive it. In Jesus' name. Now before you take the seat, I need you to lay your hands on your stomach. To this body that I not touch, I declare no weapon that is formed against it shall be able to prosper. I shall be healed from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. I need you to open your mouth.
Thank you, Jesus!
Kids, I know we don't straight.
Woo!
Speak on your kids right now. I declare that my child that is lost will come back home. My family that is broke up shall come back together. In the name of Jesus, you gotta shout this morning. You gotta know God is real up in this house. What you're doing right now, you are being seated. You are speaking it. And you're going to watch God's word. Look at your neighbor one more time before we get out of here. Say, neighbor, be seated and watch God's word. Stop crying about it. Stop telling everybody about it. And watch God's word. Come on.
Watch God's word, girl.
The door's open. Whatever you want this morning. You say, you know what, preacher? I received that. I should never be in lack again. Preacher, I received my healing right then. Come here with me. I need to ask y'all something. Y'all know when y'all put meat in a freezer bag and you seal it up and you put it in the deep freezer, 6 months from now, you can go get that same freezer bag and put it in some warm water. And if that's a good freezer bag, it has sealed that meat. And it is just as fresh as it was when you first put it in. The Bible says in the book of Ephesians, the first chapter, with the Holy Ghost. And just like that meat have been sealed, your life has been sealed. That means no matter what attacks your body, he can't touch your soul. What attacks your body, he can't touch your spirit. It's not your body that keeps you alive, it's your spirit that keeps you alive. That's why the enemy is always trying to mess with your spirit.
Glory.
Because he understands if he can get your mind, he got your body.
Glory.
What am I saying this morning? That consumes you the most, controls you the most.
Yeah.
So my thing is, what have you been thinking about lately? Give it to God. I need you to come to this altar. If everybody was staying for the last time, I know you exercise in greater faith, but I need you to come drop it at the altar right now. I need you to come drop it at the altar. I need you to come drop it at the altar.
Glory, hallelujah. There you go. I'm dropping it right here.
Drop it at the altar. Deacon Romero and Deacon Rucker. Y'all men of God, can y'all move that table if you don't mind? Thank you, sir. I need you to drop it at the altar. Can everybody look up here at me one more time? What did I just say? I said drop it at the altar, but what did I say before that?
Leave it there.
That consumes you the most, controls you the most. I'm giving y'all some nuggets this morning. Let me break it down. Mr. Lewis, you're doing good. Just come down just a hair. You and Brother John, come down just a hair. Because I need you to get this. I'm going to ask y'all a question. What do you think about when you get up in the morning that's out of your control? What do you think about around 9, 10 o'clock that's out of your control? What do you think about lunchtime? It's out of your control. What do you think about 2:30, 3 o'clock? It's out of your control. Not only is it out of your control, you've been dealing with it for some time now. So time is an indicator that you have no ability or no capacity to change it. But you keep allowing it to consume you. While you allow something to consume you that you cannot change. And you serve a God that has the power of change in his hand. He's waiting for you to give it to him. And the dilemma is, I don't know how to give it to him. Because I feel like if I give it to him, it's out of my control. But when I got on the airplane, the woman said, please be seated. And I realized that particular moment that it was out of my control. And I just had to trust the God that I served, that I was going to make a good landing. And the objective of this message is, you got to get to a place that you're going to trust God. You're going to trust God in spite of how it looks, in spite of how you feel, in spite of what you hear, in spite of what come against you. You got to learn how to trust him. And somebody said, well, how do I trust him? That's very easy. Let me give you the point. Take your mind back to what he's already done. He has proven himself to you time again. Let me take a look at this. How many grew up when there was no air conditioning?
Come on.
Can I go a little deeper than preaching? And you had to open the door and the screen was tore off. And you stuck the fan in the ragged screen door. And God allowed that hot air to come up in a hot house. But it cooled you off. He made a way back then. God does not change. The scripture says he's the same yesterday, today, and forever. God is in the same place he was when we was in an old house. We the one that changed. We got more opportunities. We can look at preaching on TV. We can look at all these conveniences. But it's something that's going to bring you back to the house of God. Circumstances, a situation will bring you back to the house of prayer. And God said, now I can show up the way I've been wanting to show up. I can move now because you're right back to where you started out here. That's how you trust God. have a flashback to what he's already done. And you take that same flashback and you put it on your situation right now. And you begin to tell your situation, if God moved for me back then, you can come on up right now, Brother Lewis. Boy, it's feeling good to me. If God moved for me back then, he's well and able to move right here. God did not change, we changed. The same faith we had right here, we got to have it right here. That's how you trust God. Before you leave this altar, I do not want y'all to take nothing home with you. If we're going to come to church every Sunday, if you're going to serve God, let's put some weight on him. Amen. Let's put some weight on God. This is my last thing. You said, what do you mean, preacher? When you go home and that situation occur again, don't fuss, don't argue. Look up toward him and saying, I trust you.
Glory!
That robo shot, that robo shot.
Woo! Thank you, Jesus. This is full of
I don't care what it is.
Hallelujah.
If you got tears in your eyes, then throw your hand up and say, Lord, I trust you. I don't know how it's going to work out here. But Lord, I trust you. I trust you in this here situation. And you got to start telling everybody your business. And just get to a place all by yourself. And say, Lord, I trust you. And just because it don't change right then, you keep telling God, the Lord, I trust you. And I believe of in Psalm 18, where David said, the Lord hears my cry, and pities every groan, and the Lord will come see about you. If you keep saying, Lord, I trust you, Lord, I trust you. It don't feel good, but Lord, I trust you. I trust you in this situation. And the Lord will come and see about you. Can I get somebody to shout amen?
Amen. Amen.
Glory to his name. Now we're going to take the power and we get ready to leave this altar. I've learned in my struggles, if I take my mind off my situation and build somebody else up in their situation, I'm indicating to God that I trust you in mine. Let me help somebody in theirs. Are y'all in the house? So this is what I want you to do. Because we got to start walking in faith. Amen. I want everybody to find a partner right here at this altar. Get your mind off your situation. Find your partner and look them in the face. Because what you're doing, you're moving it up to another level of faith right now. What you're about to do, you're about to encourage somebody else. It's not about you no more because you trust God with yours.
Amen.
Now you're going to build them with theirs.
Glory.
Can I get some witnesses up in this house?
Hallelujah.
If you're in your seat, find you somebody in your seat.
Glory.
Encourage somebody. Encourage somebody. Y'all got somebody, get somebody, get somebody. Get that woman right there. Grab her by the hand. Get your mama, your mama, turn her, grab her and turn her around. Look at her, turn around, look at her.
I encourage y'all.
I need you to tell, I don't know what it is you're going through.
I don't know what it is y'all going through.
It's really not none of my business.
It's really not none of my business.
I don't even want to know.
I don't even want to
But
know.
I serve a God
But I serve a
that is
God
able this
that
morning
is able this
to
morning
do exceedingly, abundantly, all that you can ever ask. And he shall work it out.
Work it out.
Can I get an amen?
Amen. Thank you, Jesus. What he knows.
Come on and clap your hands and give God some glory. Oh, clap your hands and you go to your seat and give God the glory. He's working it out right now. Glory to his name. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Glory to his name. Glory to his name. Sister Key, what you think about it, girl? Be seated.
Please. God is already working it out. Please be seated. Please be seated. We thank all of you for coming today. We thank the visitors, friends, and loved ones. We ask God the first Sunday that the visitors of greater faith, the members of greater faith, invite some friends and loved ones out to the church. Greater faith is on the move. We're moving. We don't pass second gear. We're in high gear. We're rolling. I want to recognize my brothers and sisters and loved ones and cousins and kinfolk. Will y'all stand up? Look at my brother over there. Don't he look like me a little bit?
A little bit.
Yeah. I want to recognize all of the visitors. Will you stand up? Come on, visitors. Stand up, please. She said, ain't no visitor, man. What you talking about? Come on. Y'all know y'all got something to say. Come on, say it right quick.
We're not visitors. This is our own church.
Amen.
We reside in Gulfport, Mississippi now. But we're glad to be here with our family to worship with Saint
Amen. Amen. I don't know you. What's your name, my brother?
My name's Leon Brown. Member of Miles and Baptist Church of Boston.
Amen.
Here visiting with my church.
All right, Ashley. All right. Woo, woo. Ashley.
My name is Darlene. My pastor, Pastor Marvin Chapman, Old Palestine. And I'm here with my family. It's Ann, Lisa, Nisa, Linda, everybody, my family. Miss Capmita, Rita, all of them. It's just
Amen.
good to be here.
Amen. Thank God that you're here. Sister Denise, you got nothing to say in that hole back there? My sister, boy, she tough. Come on, sister.
Hi, my name is Martha Barabee, and I'm here. I'm visiting from California with my parents, Rosina and Joe. I'm here every year. I love coming back every year.
Amen.
Amen.
Back there with the cap on. Come on, baby, stand up. What's up?
I'm not a visitor, but I'm Clarissa, here with my mom, my stepdad, Calvin, James, whatever y'all want to call him, and the rest of my family.
Amen.
Amen.
Before we bring it to the pastor, I want to say this to you all. Greater Faith, you're a house full of great people. You have the capacity to be anything that you want to be. You have the capacity, the ability, the will, and the drive to be anything that you want to be. Don't ever let nothing stop you. You are unstoppable. All you got to do is have a made-up mind and go for it. Amen. We're going to let the pastor come and say a few words, then we're going to pray for the food, and we're going to go in the back.
Church, amen.
Amen.
Amen again to Pastor here, First Lady, Mr. Jordan here. I apologize for being late, but I preached in Sunday school. We don't have service on this Sunday here, so you got God in you. That's right. No matter where you preach out in the streets, in the malls, and when it hits you, you got to tell somebody about Jesus. And I'm a living witness that God will make a way out of no way. Y'all know my story. My story is not no false story. God has really blessed me and continued to bless me in my health. They lost me, teacher. But God brought me back. First Lady, Sister Big Ben, they thought I wasn't going to walk. But he brought me back.
Glory.
So God gave me my voice back. Isn't God? Isn't God? I resigned from my church because I was getting paid just to be prayed on when they took me over. So I resigned and come back home to live. Then I know that God was going to bless me with my home church. A church that I didn't want, sister. I told God I didn't want it. But when God tell you it's for you, and you don't have no other choice, you got to do it. So I want to say, Sister Brown, she invited me and my wife working today, this morning. She invited us yesterday to come over. But I had to end up going to New Orleans to pick my baby girl up, which I flew in from Texas. So I got grandkids on top of grandkids. I don't look like I got grandkids, but I got grandkids. And I thank God for greater faith. Amen. Saturday at 7 o'clock, Mount Bethel will be having a gospel singing. If you don't have anywhere to go, come and worship with us.
Amen.
Only thing we're doing is just praising God.
All right.
He said, if we don't praise Him, the rocks will cry out.
Amen.
And I'm not going to let no rock beat me praising God. God bless you.
All right. Amen.
We're going to make a statement.